Welcome back, everybody. Thanks very much for joining us on this rather cloudy but very humid day in May of 2020. It's lockdown, obviously, we're all at home in our individual homes, and we're going to be reacting to some videos today. Firstly, we've got Miliband episode 1, which premiered in December of last year, and then we may do something else afterwards. But yeah, that's the rough plan of this video. We should just point out at this moment in time, Dave's joining us from Bromley. Say hi, Dave.
Hello, everybody.
Johnson from Bromley too.
Hello.
Who played Miliband?
George Wave. George Wave, for goodness sake.
He did.
Fantastic. And then myself here in this spare bed. Right. Without further ado, let's get going.
All right, chaps, are you all ready to press play? Are we all ready? Are we all ready?
Mm-hmm.
In 3, 2, 1, now. There we go.
It's go.
Made by bOSH, obviously. Yeah, that's what the channel's called. This is us in London, or is it Paris, or is it Berlin?
Mosul or Baghdad. That's
No, it's London. We filmed this on a Saturday, and it was stressful because George was meant to be in this bit, but wasn't.
Yeah, I was a bit hungover. Oh, yeah.
Actually, you weren't
hungover
hungover until the next day because we had a party in between the 2 days we filmed this episode on.
Yeah.
And so
that's a brilliant idea.
It was, and it worked out quite well. It did, considering we finished it all in a matter of hours.
Everybody was in the same sort of area. George was feeling slightly queer on the first day of filming.
Yeah, that's very true. And here we are on Westminster Bridge. There, amongst crowds.
It was great because it was John looking like he's been elected. Yeah, it's also very, very dull. It adds to that sort of
does
that very grey look.
Very, very miserable. Perfect tone.
You can look at Big Ben. Oh,
yeah,
God.
Big Ben covered in scaffolding. Disgraceful. Although this first scene,
Work in progress.
we must mention we went up to London and we were helped by Tom Brewster, who is a student of film, and actually we used his camera and his mic, so he was fantastic, absolutely brilliant help. And we also were joined by Ryan Bowley, who played a character in you'll see later in the episode. He was here with us on this day and went up to London.
Yeah.
It was very
We should
good.
just point out that Ryan's nickname is Baldy because he has no hair.
He has no hair.
That's why. Because he's got hair.
He's excellent. He was, as we'll see, he was very,
Tell
very
you
good.
what,
Now,
Big Ben over there,
Yes.
that is a metaphor. That is a metaphor for Ed's campaign.
in what way is it
AKA
possibly
work in
a
progress,
metaphor
really.
for... Oh, quite right, work in progress. Now, what you just saw, there was a man...
Needs repairing.
A man asked Henry to take a picture, and that was unscripted, obviously. That was just a member of the public, and we included it because it was actually quite funny.
That was an absolute fantastic piece of accidental.
Yeah, happenstance, serendipity.
filming.
Purely
How amazing is
the
that?
working of the universe. Here we are, yes, in after a party. This is the first day of the Christmas break or something, I think it was.
And we can prove that this was obviously way before lockdown because there are people
Yes.
streaming down the streets of London,
Indeed.
absolutely teeming with people.
Yes, we've got
Yes.
some wonderful shots here, filmed by Tom. We didn't know he was filming at this point. It was just getting some establishing shots, and they were very good. I think very, very good.
Behind the camera,
Yes, indeed, fantastic.
using special cameras, wasn't he?
He was using we usually film on an iPhone, but he was using a DSLR, which is a far more professional camera. You get a nicer quality, a more
Brilliant.
filmic quality. Fantastic.
Is that that's Westminster, isn't it?
I
think that
believe
station
that's
with the
Westminster
glass.
Tube Station. Yes.
Oh,
Random bloke there.
was that Ryan or was that an actual man?
No, that was an
Sorry,
actual-
an actual member of the public. So Ryan is a man.
That was an actual member of the public. Here we are, off the three main chaps on the train, and coming to a stop now. I'm just narrating it. There we are, breathing in and out, in and out.
That's what everybody has to do actually, because otherwise
Absolutely.
you die.
That's true. Yeah, it's true. Wonderful,
sense.
wonderful environment to film in, I must say. That was a heavy close up there.
Luckily, I think we got quite an empty
Yes.
train, didn't we? I think on the way back.
Yes,
It was probably about just after midday, wasn't it? So
It was just we kind of got there for about midday, filmed in about an hour, and then got back and got changed and went to George's for a big
brilliant.
big buggery, big gangbang.
Wow.
Now there's
Here's
Rian there,
Rian's cameo.
absolutely
Oh my God,
fantastic. He plays
Yeah.
a kind of communist Labour lover who you'll see more of in the next episode, which we can't
Rian
film.
was basically, he was basically asked to play himself.
He was.
That is not a bald cap. That's actually Rian.
That is actually Rian. And he was wearing, as you can see, a Karl Marx shirt if you look closely, which adds to the character. Yes,
Oh
fantastic.
right, I didn't actually realise that.
Yeah,
That's,
he was wearing Karl Marx on his shirt. You can't see it at the moment.
lovely. Look at that.
Oh, fantastic.
Great bit of filming.
Yeah, very
Obviously,
good.
Rian and Dave weren't actually smoking on the train. We should just point
No,
that out.
no.
That's illegal.
Rian does
It
smoke.
wasn't.
I don't. So,
No, yeah, you're right. But 30 years ago, so that wasn't illegal. But
it's true.
in fact, no. Hang on. Like 20 years ago.
About
that
20 years
wasn't
ago,
illegal.
yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But now it is.
Here we are. John, what are your memories of the day, of this wonderful day?
I don't remember this so much because
No.
it was like quite early, wasn't it?
It was
We were in London
quite early, yeah. We had to do it quite quickly.
It was a long day, wasn't it?
It was a long day. We were very busy. I remember the night before we saw Star Wars. This day we filmed, went to London, got back, went to George's, like I said, and the next day we filmed the rest of it. And it was mental, but it was great. Anyway,
Was this before Christmas or after Christmas?
this was after. This was on the 28th of December.
Yeah,
Oh right.
28th. Yeah. Remember the date?
Indeed.
Wow. Oh yeah, of course it would because it was your bash, yours wasn't it? Your
Little party.
post-Christmas bash.
Yep.
Now here we go. It's
Post-party,
the
that's actually
beginning
exactly.
of the next day's worth of filming. This is the whole plot of this. If you've seen it, if you're a fan of the channel, which I hope you are. If you're not, subscribe, watch it. It's very good.
Please subscribe if you haven't.
Yes, please. Very good. And there's
We're currently
George's
on.
first
What's
appeal.
happened to my hair in this one?
Well,
Oh, crazy.
we're currently on 111 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, please do.
Yes, please.
Does help out.
Absolutely.
Well, not help out. It's just nice. It's a great thing to do.
It is.
It means you can be notified whenever we upload.
Absolutely.
In fact, no, because there's a bell, isn't there? I don't know. But
There is
anyway,
actually
do
there is a
subscribe,
bell,
it's
and you
great.
have to click the bell in order. But we don't. Oh, that's my mother narrating there. That's my mum, Debbie. Shout out to Debbie.
Yeah.
Lended
Yeah.
a lovely tone. She does the checkout announcement at Sainsbury's, so she's used to that kind of tannoy.
Picture.
Fantastic.
Debbie does have a very
Sorry.
good narrative voice.
She does, she
I'd
does.
agree with that.
She
That's
does. She does.
lovely and
Sorry, I was just laughing at those
newspapers.
newspaper articles like executed for war crimes.
Oh, no.
Tony
Yeah.
Blair.
Yeah, lots of hidden
It's just
Easter
like a
eggs.
close up of his glaring
Sex
face.
tape
secrets revealed.
Brilliant, isn't it brilliant?
Yes, and Jeremy Corbyn doing a Nazi salute.
Fantastic. Here we are. This was filmed. We kind of filmed it all out of order. This was the start of the last bit of filming on the last day at George's house, which was very good fun. We will see.
I was so hungover.
absolutely wonderful bunting on your house, George, there with the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lynn Batty there, played by George. Wonderful.
Brilliant to see.
Fantastic. Very warm memories. Very warm memories of these wonderful days. So long ago. Not really. It was only 5 months ago. Wonderful. Look at that. And there we are. So we've got Tom Brewster here, who's asking the questions behind the camera, and me and Henry were putting up a Christmas tree in the background. It's very good actually. We ad-libbed all of it, and if you look closely, you can see both of us absolutely pissing ourselves laughing about half the time, but that adds to it.
Yeah, you kept laughing.
We did.
I think it's because we stuck a bauble on the tree.
We did,
like,
we did,
like without
we
the
did.
little hook. So
That's
just
it.
the bauble had. Sorry, the tree had like
A bauble
hands.
just stuck
Absolutely
on the
hilarious.
branch. Yeah, if you look closely, you might see that happen. Wonderful. In this scene, we're kind of developing the story, adding to Miliband's backstory, and bridging the gap between the first series and the specials, which There's a lot of planning involved, probably too much. But there you go.
But it adds to the depth of the story.
It absolutely does.
It's a whole universe, it's a whole lore.
Exactly, it's like a canon. It's like Star Wars or Doctor Who.
It's like Star Wars or Doctor Who or The Hobbit. No,
Lord of the Rings, perhaps.
The Wind in the Willows. That's in the Lord of the Rings. Sorry.
That's right.
Not The Wind in the Willows. That's we'll have like frogs, isn't it?
We'll have our own like specialised. We'll have our own specialised Wikipedia page or something.
If anybody does do Wikipedia pages and wants
Miller Wiki.
Miller Wiki.
Miller Wiki.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful. Yes. I'm gonna burp. I'm so sorry. Yes. Miliband is one of those things that it's quite difficult to record because it's naturally quite funny, and there are plenty of outtakes which you can watch. They have been uploaded, so have a laugh. Go and watch those.
I think it's called. Is it called corpsing? I think that's one.
That's it.
That's one of the. When you're doing a scene, it's very, very difficult to not laugh.
Absolutely is.
Especially if you do like 2 or 3 takes, and then the rest just become like any sound that anybody makes, you just burst out with laughter.
Absolutely. And we can hear there.
This is the real I love tequila.
That was a snippet of the Miliband, the song that Ed recorded, "Careless Voters," a song actually written by
I've just noticed.
What?
There's a bauble just erect.
That's
exactly what we were talking about.
It's just erect in the air.
That is it. We stuck it on the branch instead of hanging it. We stuck it on.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And you look closely, you may see us laughing at this point. You may see us giggling and having a little laugh, perhaps. Maybe, I'm not sure.
It's sort of slightly blurred, so that's
yes,
you
depth
probably
of
can't
field,
see it too well.
Depth of field there in use. Yes, wonderful acting here from John. Does a wonderful impression of Ed.
I'm really getting into character.
My mum actually watched. Ed was on the news the other day. Mum said, "God, John really sounds like Ed. He's got a wonderful impression." Hello, it's Olivia Waugh.
This is actually live. This is going up. So you're on. Oh Christ!
Oh Christ! Henry's fallen over.
Sorry. So you're on YouTube. You're famous.
Wow, that's great.
For the second time, probably.
Oh, you're starting to giggle there a bit.
Oh, did we?
Oh yeah.
You're like smirking a little bit. Oh yeah, there's a little smile from Henry.
I am looking down. I'm not looking at my crotch. I'm looking at my phone because I'm looking at my phone.
Yeah, it's all right. There, it doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
I must say that the tree was also rather
Yeah. Yeah.
I will devour you.
Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. Yeah, the tree was flimsy.
Oh, that's David, you smiled there.
Did I? I did notice. Apparently I smiled.
It certainly adds to the
It does.
the ridiculous the look, doesn't it, with the floppy tree?
It does, absolutely. Very drab.
And a really shitty star which is on top of the tree.
It was great. It's not even on the top branch.
No, it's not, is it?
It's like balancing. It's like balancing at the top.
It's pretty crazy.
This is what you do when you've got such a massive budget.
Yeah.
Is that you buy these great big
A budget of nothing.
freaking trees. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I think that we cracked a couple of the.
We did crack
baubles.
a couple. I mean, we did use that actually in a
Quite
sense. Oh,
few.
Yeah.
this is Ed's TikTok. In fact, the last
This
piece
was
of
post haircut.
footage, the last piece of footage recorded for this episode actually.
Wow.
Yeah, so John's hair was shorter. Didn't match continuity, but who cares? Doesn't matter.
The TikTok has aged beautifully.
It has.
It's still relevant.
Oh, it's George.
God.
Now, unfortunately,
Yes.
I must say, George was written in an awful lot more of this, but because of being hungover, etc., he was in less. I'm sure you regret that, George. What would you say?
I absolutely love that. Although I would have felt so ill.
Yeah, well. That's it.
I loved how Tom was being savage with your character in this one.
Yeah.
Tom was
Did not give a
great.
fuck.
Tom was great. Oh, it must
He's such a
also.
biased reporter. I swear.
You cried in the third episode.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
Oh yeah. Is that when Andrew Neil was having a go at me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you burst out in tears.
Brilliant.
Getting roasted by Andrew Neil. That's
So good.
Can we talk about the sex?
Why would anybody vote Labour?
So wonderful. Now, What was I going to say? Oh yes, must also mention we were also helped by Tom's girlfriend, Hannah. I was about to say Anna. No, not yet. There is an Anna involved, but no, Hannah helped film.
There is an Anna in it. Yeah.
There is, yes, as we will see later. Much to
Hannah was an integral partner back from
absolutely.
Manchester. Shout out to her.
And now those little clips you just saw, must say, the little clips you saw of Ed being drunk are actually filmed inserts of John genuinely really drunk in Kavos. So it all kind of worked really well. It all worked really well. John was catatonically inebriated at that point. It was great. Here we go, little flashback there. Very good.
Oh dear.
So good. I must say, episode 3 of Miliband, the original series, is probably the best. I'd say
very, very
the
funny to make. I remember lots and lots of corpsing.
Oh, plenty of corpsing, yeah.
Especially the last scene we filmed.
Oh, Lynn, your face makes me want to.
Yeah.
Oh, it took ages.
Oh dear.
Oh, that took so many takes.
It did. Oh, that was so long. You absolutely useless man.
Yeah.
I crack up at the end of that, but.
How are you?
That's it. It's so good. Now what's going on? George is saying, well, sorry, Lynn Batty.
Certainly.
Yeah, great. Not a word. Oh, we're halfway through already.
How long is the episode in total? 33 minutes and 3 seconds. That's a long episode.
It is a long episode, and the next one will probably be about as long when we get to film it in about 2 years.
Yeah.
The two advisors now.
This is Dave and myself.
I've not had a haircut since then, so it's
Really?
no, not at all. Wonderful. We corpsed an awful lot during this scene, I remember.
It's a very let's say intimate scene. I don't think that's the right word.
Not
I think
quite
it's
the right word. Well,
it's sort of quite a quiet scene, isn't it? So it's
yeah.
you've got to be quite serious.
You can hear each other.
I just love how the chair makes you look so much smaller than you
I look
when it's just
tiny.
a chair that's smaller.
This is Dave Hobbit.
Yeah. I think it's because maybe that chair sat on a lot, and so I sank into it. But I do look like I'm about 5'4". Man.
It looks like you're shrinking as well.
I mean, when me and Henry stand up, that is about right. But I mean, when we're sat down, that's not right. I don't think.
To be fair, I think I do have quite a straight back as well. Whenever I sit up. Don't know why. I just do.
Yeah.
So that probably help.
David has a very bent back.
I was just bent. Not bent in that way. That's Lynn.
You're just bent.
What have we got going on here? Now, if you look closely, you can see me and Henry trying very hard not to laugh at many points.
Oh.
Even the first line
I can see you already trying not to crack up.
Moving your lips, yeah, that's bloody difficult.
Yeah. So funny, it's great. And here we go. Yeah.
But with a skillful bit of editing.
Thing is, you wouldn't necessarily know.
Sorry, George, carry on.
That's true. You wouldn't.
I was saying, you wouldn't necessarily know that you're cracking up. It's just we know what the face you make when you're cracking up.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially, Dave, you've got quite a. You nearly crack up in this fair amount, but it's sort of disguised by some very skillful editing by Dave.
Or if I cover my face.
Cutting it. Yeah.
Yeah. Mad. Here we go. Very difficult not to laugh during this scene. You can look at if you look at Henry. Look at Henry. Look at Henry. He's trying so hard.
Just cuts off there.
Mm-hmm.
When you say no, like
that's
it's very
it.
David Brent-ish.
I was very David Brent. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Nope. Nope.
Oh.
Now I believe this is the end of the interview segment. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I must say, it was very difficult because you had Tom behind the camera, who is naturally not very well. He cracks up a fair amount, so it's very. He could smile at you, but then you wouldn't know because he's behind the camera.
He did, and he did plenty of times, and I couldn't look at him because I knew I'd laugh.
This was very difficult not to laugh.
This was very difficult.
Yeah, because I was trying not to look at Tom when I was doing mine.
Yeah.
First, it was David bringing the tree, and he would
bump into me, like shove past me. I didn't expect it at all. So it was really
Fantastic.
But reversing into the room.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
This was one of the this is like the key scene,
It was very funny.
the key plot point. You do your Christmas message. It's and as we can hear, this little piece of music. If you listen closely,
This is my favourite bit.
that's not actually a proper Christmas song. That is a dirty Christmas song, but I cut off before you heard the lyric.
Look at the start.
Now, during
It's about to fall off.
I know, it's so bad. And the great thing about this one is we could look at the camera because it made sense within the context of the episode, because the BBC
Yes.
voice break were actually filming us, so we could
Yes.
look and do the Office kind of looking at the camera thing.
It makes it easier, I think, looking at the camera a
It
little bit,
does.
because you're not.
Because George
You can-
naturally
you
looks at the
can.
camera all the time, so it gives him an excuse to do it. So. Now, I must say, during this segment at George's house, we were joined by two other people, Claire and Anna, who are in this episode, have yet to appear. And you can hear them laughing through about half of this in the background, so it kind of breaks the illusion, but there you are, that's the way it is.
I think they're behind the doors, not locked behind the
Actually-
door. That sounds weird. They were sort of in the other room.
During this
Behind the
scene,
doors.
they were in the kitchen just to the left.
Ah,
Yeah, but in the other scenes,
they were actually.
they were in the living
yeah,
room.
because
Yeah.
this is.
You can only really hear them in the bloopers, though. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah and no. If you listen closely, sometimes you can.
Well, yes, but actually,
Yeah.
I mean, this is because both those scenes were filmed at different times, weren't they? They were.
Yes, they were.
That's afterwards. That's post.
Oh. Here we are. So, now this was filmed before all of what you just saw, but even though it's not in the right order, yeah, whatever.
It makes sense, yeah.
It does, it makes sense. That's how TV's made, you know, it's not all made in order because that wouldn't make sense, really.
Yes.
Now, here we are. This was the same day, just a few hours earlier. And my mum returns to do another voiceover. And here we're on the way to this is my uncle's house, who played a very angry man
Yeah.
and did so very well. I must
Very.
say. Yeah, he was very nervous about doing it. He didn't know what to say. I just said, "Go mad, scream, tell him to fuck off," and he did.
Because after all, it is acting. None of it's actually meant.
Absolutely
So,
right. It's so good, isn't it?
Oh god.
Oh, mate. Very natural. He looked very scary, I must say. He did look very scary.
He did, didn't he? Yeah. I'd
He's a
second
cab
that.
driver, so he's got that natural aggression. He's got that road rage. So, and off we go.
Pretty much sums up Ed's campaigning in a nutshell, really.
It does. Now here we are at Claire's house. She plays a constituent that Ed rather likes, as we will see. And this took ages to film because Claire's not used to acting. She's not a professional like us, so you know, not that we are professionals. It's only a joke. Yeah. Very good indeed. And here we are. Knock knock. We had a 2-camera setup at this point. We've got Tom on one
very
camera.
professional, yeah.
Yeah, and Hannah on the other camera. Absolutely fantastic. There's Claire. Oh, so good. And if you look closely, I try not to crack up many times.
Very difficult.
Very difficult. Very difficult. As
Quite a no. This is a bit of an intimate scene.
slightly
I guess,
intimate
'cause,
scene,
This
yeah.
was already
Ed is,
difficult. I was originally going to say, well, I actually think you're quite bang tidy, but I didn't because it was already...
Yeah, that's very true. I think Claire
that's
did
not
very
very
well
headline.
though. In the end, I think she went for it quite well. You know. And just off camera,
It was very cringe, this.
oh, it was absolutely
Group work
fantastic.
all worked very well.
I think Claire's face
Do
sums
you
it
do
up.
the call me sign there, John? Do you go call me?
Yes, I did,
You
but
do?
it blurred out
Ah.
because focus.
Great. Now this is the first piece of filming we did on the second day, and John wasn't there at this point. He was late. So it was only me.
John was on John was on his way to.
He was.
There are the animals in my car.
Absolutely.
Can't name them all because I can't remember the order they go in, and I can't remember what they are either. But John, I think John, you were on your way at this time.
Yes, indeed.
Way.
It all looks very cold, doesn't it? I mean, I guess that makes sense
It does,
because it
it
was
was December. I think it's-
but it all does look very brisk.
Certainly the coats we're wearing. I'm in the Mac. You're in the kind
I just love how
raincoat.
I just love how this bit starts.
So good. Honestly, Cammy
It
was
just comes out
so good.
brutally.
he was a
That's
natural.
Cammy G. That is that's Cameron.
Playing Wilbur Ballenbag.
Fantastic name. I mean, that is
Who will return?
a name.
Truly the party of the working class.
Absolutely. He was fantastic. Cammy was he really made it. Very easy to work with. And here's John on the way. John wasn't actually in
I had
character.
no idea I was being filmed
Yes.
here.
You were just being filmed.
I
but-
was just being like genuinely waiting.
yeah, it was.
So it works. It completely works. It looks right.
Did work, yes.
Get some good inspiration for his new housing policy.
So good.
That's
Were you guys doing the Nazi salute?
what?
No, definitely not.
Hello, yeah, you know what? It is great.
Just behind you's doing that.
No, we didn't. No, we were just pointing at the bricks.
Pointing, yeah.
And that kind of
Great
thing,
big
'cause,
concrete bricks.
you know, you need
Oh,
a
yes.
bit of inspiration every time you come up with these different.
Now look at Cammy,
I like-
fantastic.
I love the new plastic housing ideas that we've got coming up. I think it's really
So good.
and I just love it.
Why does he touch his glasses?
It's so good.
That's very pointless.
Yeah, I'm so
Hilarious.
good.
Just,
Oh, it's brilliant.
So
oh, he just
fucking
ripped
good.
up as well.
Yeah, he was a natural. A natural. Now, plenty of corpsing involved in this. I mean, all of
Yep.
it. There's corpsing in all of it, but
Looking directly into basically an empty skip.
yeah, looking into a skip. And John kept sort of going "Ugh," when you were drinking your tea and tripping over. Oh, so good. And I believe this was filmed by Olivia Henry. Is that right? We had a few different camera people.
Yes, I think it was. Yeah, because
Tom went off.
Tom went off. He went up to go meet Hannah
Yes.
in London. And obviously, because it's Tom, he'll be either be late or get lost or drop something and lose something. So he has to sort of leave relatively early. So Olivia was filming at this
She was.
stage.
Yeah. So we had 3 different camera
Yeah,
people. Man.
we must have had quite a few different camera women as well.
Absolutely.
Equality, obviously.
Of course.
Different camera shots as well. This is from across the road.
Yeah, it gives you that sense of, I don't know, you got the scene, me looking in the bog, Cammy's laid an absolute cable in there, I sniff it, I almost collapse. Just a nice little character moment, you know, nothing,
Bloody hell.
nothing too, and I go to vomit, I think, at this point. Yeah. Yeah. And Cam is even funnier because of his accent. We're at Ron's ass. He's very south sort of London, so good. As I remember,
Most working class accent you can get in Westminster.
very true. This house has been used many times during Miliband. It was used as the kind of Labour hub for Ed's campaign.
With a yellow door.
With a yellow
obviously,
door,
which is,
yeah, Lib Dem.
this is a building site.
Yes.
Obviously.
And luckily it
Covered
made
in
perfect
scaffolding.
sense. We could use it as an actual building site. It was fantastic.
Yeah, but that's the good thing about it. This is actually a house, which was my house, which was being built at the time.
Yeah.
And it was covered in scaffolding and all sorts of bits of material, and it looks the part. Bit
Absolutely.
of luck, really.
I was whispering to John absolutely nothing, and I was just saying, look, I'm whispering nothing. Just make it look like I'm saying something to you to do something. I wasn't actually saying anything. Fantastic. All of this is just ad lib. All of it's improvised. There is a script that is written like a plan before we do it, and we stick to it a lot of the time. But what we say
I love how basic.
is up to us.
I love how basically nothing happens in this scene.
Yeah,
it's so
true, isn't it? I mean, we don't actually do anything.
We
Look,
don't
You
actually
go
do
to
it.
a house.
We were meant to go to Petswood train station, but we were pressed for time, and that was cancelled. So
What was that for again?
that was
Drop the
for
phone.
a scene where Ron, Henry's character, talks about policy he wants to devise about transport and trains, but we didn't have time because we had to go to my uncle's and then to Claire's and then to George's. So crazy. Now,
BT phone boxes. Now, I've
This
actually been
scene,
for a right still for about a quid
very
each.
difficult
Now,
to film.
if we manage
This
to
is
make
this is
padded floors, one way,
Wilbur's fantastic idea of
now solve the hard
basically
drive
refitting
for our home
old phone boxes and telephone boxes, etc., taking them into houses for homeless people.
Yeah. And
In fact,
Apparently they only cost £1.
yeah, a quid each. I think I'm
I
trying
only
not to
wonder
call.
why
An island.
this idea hasn't been done in real life. I don't know why.
I'm not sure
I'm joking,
either.
of course. It's a ridiculous idea, but that's what makes it quite funny. Actually.
It does indeed.
That could work as well, couldn't it? Like abandoned Portaloos. Wilbur, it's been great. See you later.
And then Dave gets very
I usually
Dave gets
walk
annoyed
off.
and walks off.
I usually walk off. Oh, there's my mum returning. And it's the end of the first BBC episode of the Meeting Miliband series, but not the end of the episode. There is plenty more to come.
Yeah.
Indeed. And yeah, part 2,
Oh, no.
episode 2 will be coming. Don't you worry, everybody. Of course, we are under the watchful eye of a biological terrorist at the moment, and we can't leave our houses.
Biological terrorist.
Well,
That's great.
not quite that
That's
bad,
a good
but
metaphor. Is
yeah.
that a metaphor? I think it is. Yeah.
I believe so. I believe so. Now, this
Yeah, it's
scene,
true.
this scene is the crux, the cliffhanger, if you like,
I am going away for
of
I think we should
leading up to the next episode.
go upstairs and please don't sleep in the same
Yeah,
bed.
so you'll soon be introduced to another
But
character.
it makes me feel weird that there is
Um,
your house, your rule, you know.
Yeah,
A rather sweet scene, I must say. Pardon the pun, because obviously there were sweets in the background of that last
that's
shot.
true.
A
Very,
painting.
Oh, it's
very
lovely
clever.
thing.
George's
Very
house.
clever. Oh, off he goes.
Of course, we should just mention now that we filmed in George's house about 1 million times. It's a
We
fantastic
have,
place to
we have.
film at.
Yeah, it's large space, lots of different rooms, atmospheres. Fantastic.
It's quite bright.
This is
I'd
the
say.
second time
Right.
Lynn's left his own house
Yeah, that's true.
and left other
And
people
left
inside.
us in charge.
The deadline's at 6 tomorrow. So.
And so in this
Did
scene,
I just
must
get annoyed first time and just leave my
You
own
did,
house?
but this time you're going away for Christmas with your family, and
Yeah.
you asked me and my wife to look after it.
Why not?
So. And I must
Now
say,
this does look like David and I are in a some sort of submarine
yeah,
periscope, but we're not.
Or the red light district in
Yeah.
Amsterdam.
we're under the glow of the manifesto, which we're editing. But obviously, if you've watched the episode, things may go slightly wrong, which is what leads up to the second episode. Everybody,
It's Christmas. Like the man
Fantastic.
says it.
Now, this is a fantastic song by Slade,
it's true.
1972, I think it was. However, I think this was filmed after Christmas, so it's
It was
very very odd listening to Christmas songs after Christmas.
indeed
especially that
didn't feel
close.
quite right, but it was before New Year's Eve, so it wasn't as bad.
No, you're quite right.
Absolutely.
It wasn't
Okay.
like listening to a Christmas song after New Year's. I mean, that would,
Indeed.
No.
Indeed.
First one.
Indeed.
Top one. So no, obviously don't send the second one.
Yeah, important what Henry's saying here, Ron. Don't send the plagiarised, messy manifesto. Send the actual one. And my character leaves that in the fateful hands, as you'll see in a minute, of Daisy, my wife. And now I'm going to talk over
Oh,
the rest of the
Daisy
scene.
Twig, yes.
I'm going to talk over the rest of it because
No, you're not. You're not.
I am. So basically,
Leave it be. Leave it be,
this
David.
this
Don't
scene
talk over it.
involves Anna.
good dialogue,
She
yeah.
plays
It's fantastic dialogue.
Daisy
we cannot
Twig.
miss.
And
Yes.
you'll notice very
Let's hear
closely, I am not acting in
Let
this.
us hear it.
I
This is,
am very, very nervous.
Let us hear
we
it.
should just say this is
Oh, there
this
you
is
go.
another
Little peck.
this is another extra, not extra. This is Anna, who's another character,
That's it, yeah.
and that's the end of that.
That's that.
One of our friends, yes.
Indeed. That was raw passion.
Brilliant. That was fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic.
Round
So
of
that-
applause for everyone involved.
Absolutely, absolutely fantastic. The best thing that BOSH has ever
Yeah.
made,
Fantastic.
I would say. So, I hope you all enjoyed listening to us talk about the making of one of the best episodes of Miliband. If you'd like to hear more,
Yeah.
let us know, because I'm sure I would love to do more, to be honest. Go back and have a look at the old ones, have a laugh. And yes.
And make sure to wash your hands.
Yes, absolutely, wash your hands.
Make sure to wash your hands.
We will meet again.
Stay alert.
Stay alert, yeah. ridiculous. But
And
yes,
look out for others.
absolutely right.
Maybe in a year's time there'll be an episode 2 of the special.
Oh, there absolutely will be. I would say less than a year's time. So
Yeah, and that'll be up on the bOSH Food YouTube channel. Remember, type that in. That's how you can find
in
the
fact,
channel. 'Cause
it's
if
not
you type in
called
bOSH,
It's called
it will
bOSH.
go to.
Not called bOSH Food anymore.
I know, but the way I find it on YouTube is if I type in bOSH,
Oh,
it just
right.
comes up with the actual cookery channel.
Yes, no, you're quite
which
right.
has lots of subscribers. And
Oh,
ironically, Dave and I did not mean to copy them,
No, we
even though
didn't.
they were around before us.
We didn't.
We did not know of their
Like a whole
existence.
brand.
Yeah, and the guy,
Very odd.
one of the guys is called Henry in it, which is really weird.
Mental.
Yeah.
If everyone was called David, that would be weird.
It would be insane, but it's that's the way it is. The universe.
Yes. Right. So
Chance.
are we stopping? Here,
Well, we're
or
going to
should
stop
we,
here for now, but we will continue with another video, perhaps, and we'll see if that all works. But for now, hope you all enjoyed,
Right, so.
everybody. It's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from Henry. It's goodbye.
See you later, everybody.
Goodbye from
Take care.
John.
See ya.
Goodbye from John. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.